tell looking at the screen. Baba C is international for sure, but young is quite well. It depends. He thinks of himself as young. He has a young mind, but I don't think I can squeeze him in under the age of 25. And Mike, who's another international, because he's over the border, is on the next border, is in the next county to me, so he must be international. But equally, although his mind is sprightly and young, and he's not. But Kenza is coming in, so we'll just let her get herself sorted. She's obviously having some internet problems at the moment. Kenza is connecting to audio and is connected. Kenza, how are you? You weren't very well last week.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm fine today.
Well, we are pleased about that. I've been telling everyone how marvelous you are, and then you had the audacity to be ill. Anyway, Kenza, lovely. Just let Lisa in. So Kenza, it could be a Kenza program tonight, or someone else might join us. I'm not sure. However, for the moment, over to you. Have you got a new story for us, or 10?
So I have 2 stories. But then I have a program because with the professoressa Manuela, the teacher Manuela, the second story I program with her. I tell in Arabic and then her tell in English, but I don't know if today it's joined because it's her birthday. So in their case, if don't join to this call, I do the both version, Arabic and English. So the microphone, it's mute. It's mute.
And if she does join, we will all sing her happy birthday, obviously, in both Italian and English. And meanwhile, take it away, Kenza.
Okay. So the first story I tell, it's the story was passed to me by my grandmother. Her name is Aidia in Casablanca. And the first story is about Juha and the slap. So one day, Juha was shopping when a man came from behind and slapped him on the cheek. Juha turned behind and wanted to fight him. But the man started apologizing deeply and saying, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, because he had mistaken him from someone else. Juha but didn't accept this apology and wanted to take him to the court. They argued, and argued. Then people suggested to going to the court to settle the matter. So they went to the judge, but there is a surprise because the judge is a relative of the man who slapped Juha. So when the judge heard the story about this arguing, then he winked at the relative and meaning not to worry, he will get him out of that situation. Then the judge speak the verdicts, and the man had to pay a fine 20 dinars to the Juha for slapping him. But then the man said, but your honor, I don't have money with me at the moment. Then the judge winked again at the relative and said, Don't worry, you can go to home, take your 20 dinar, and came again to the cart to give the 20 dinar to Juha. Then the man said, okay, it's not a problem. But the man and Juha, so the man, when he left the cart, Juha and the judge waiting for a man to come again to the cart. So 1 hour passed, 2 hours passed, 3 hours passed. And then Juha realized the trap. So when Juha realized he had been deceived by the judge and his relative, he angrily stood up and came in front of the face of judge and slapped him and looked at face of the judge and then said, Juha, if my opponent bring me 20 dinars, take them as your legitimate property and leave me alone.
That is the way to deal with corrupt judges. Please carry on.
So this is the first story. Then I said that about Johannes Lap, and I had the second story. Then is about Juha and response. So I don't know if I tell you first in Arabic and then in English, or what do you prefer? I don't know. So
I think it'd be great to hear the music of the Arabic and then English. I've started my Arabic on Duolingo, but it's I'm just getting the letters together at the moment and working out the
okay, so I
sounds.
read.
Okay, so
So
please
I
start.
start.
Yeah, please.
في يوم
Please
من
start.
الأيام في يوم من الأيام خرج جوحة مسافرا مع قاضي وتاجر، فخذوا يسخرون منه طوال الطريق بسبب عفويته في الحديث. فقال القاضي بعلمه ومنصبه من كثر لغطه كثر غلاطه. إما التاجر فقال يا جوحة ألم تغلط في الكلام أبدا؟ رد عليهم جوحة قائلا نعم لدي أغلاط كثيرة جد في الكلام، فمرة كنت أريد أن أقول قاديان في النار فخطأت وقلت قادي في النار، ومرة أخرى كنت أريد أن أقول إن الفجار لفي جحيم فخطأت وقلت إن التاجر لفي جحيم. ففهموا الرجلان ماذا كان يقول جوحة، فطوال الطريق صمتوا. And this is the story in version of Arabic. Then I tell the story in the version of English. So one day, Juha was traveling with a judge and a merchant. When they started chasing him for his navy in speaking, the judge boasted of his knowledge and position and saying, he was talk too much, makes many mistakes. The merchant then asked to Juha, Juha, have you ever said something wrong? Juha answered them and saying, yes, I have often made a mistakes in speaking. So once I wanted to say to a judge in hell, But then I said, one judge in hell. Another time, I want to say, sinners are in hell, but I said, merchant in hell. The man then understood Juha's joke and apologized to him, not speaking for the rest of the journey, and continued the traveling with Juha. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
birthday, dear
Manuela. Happy
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 birthday
birthday
to
birthday
to
you.
to
Thank
you.
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 Thank
And
you.
many
Now we'll have it in
more.
Italian. Kenza, will you sing it in Italian, please?
Tanti auguri a lei, tanti auguri a lei, tanti auguri a Manuela, tanti auguri a lei.
Grazie.
Yay!
Oh,
How
well,
about
Se vuole gliela dico anche in arabo, se vuole.
how to
so,
say happy
Manuela, happy
Hi.
birthday. But of course, Kenza was waiting for you for we weren't sure if you were going to turn up or whether you'd be out celebrating your birthday.
I
So, but so she did, as you heard, she just did without assistance the second story, which she was hoping you were going to assist with, but she did it magnificently all by herself. She, the stabilizers have been taken off the bicycle. She is now going down the road independently. Yes, there's wonderful, wonderful job. So, Lisa, you heard the story. What and the stories? Would you like to tell Kenza how wonderful she is?
Sure, I'd love to tell her how wonderful she is. She is. She's wonderful. She's very poised and has a good rhythm and funny stories, which I appreciate. I just think she's great.
So, Mike.
I really loved the stories, especially the ones in English, but I loved the lilt of the Arabic version. But what really appealed to me was the
Yes.
time passing. I loved that. I thought clever use of a little prop. Nicely done. Well done, Kenza.
And Baba C.
Kenza. I think I'm going to have to start the Kenza fan club because every week I tell you, you get better and better. And it's true, you do. Every week you get better and better. But however, today, what really impressed me was, although Manuela was not available to do the Arabic English side by side, you took it on and you did it very well. As John said, in the States we would say training wheels, but as John said, the stabilizers came off the bike. So you're now riding without the training wheels. And I think that's very, very good. Manuela, you should be very, very proud of Kenza, for she's proving every week that she's more than capable of holding her own. So Kenza, thank you for actually three very creative stories, because I don't speak Arabic, but I love them, as John would say, the musicality. And then I love the way you told it in English as well. So yay, Kenza.
And the other thing that is coming together, Kenza, is your pronunciation is getting so much better. The words that are difficult to because the sounds. So court was obviously a difficult word for you, but it was easily understandable. Whereas I think, a few weeks ago, it would have sounded more like cart. So, that it's just improving all the time. Now, I'm hoping at the moment we'll just, you don't happen to have another story in your pocket, do you? Because there maybe someone else will join us, but I can't rattle on for another 3 hours.
I searched.
Save us, Kenza, save us.
I search my in my files if I have
Or
another
Mike says, or even a poem or a riddle or something. Needn't be. Whatever you want, whatever you want.
While Kenza is looking for
Mhm.
David Heathfield was at the IATEFL event and told Kenza's story, his adaptation of Kenza's story, and Kenza was referenced in his jig that he does for IATEFL every year. So and I sent Kenza the recording. So that made you very proud, didn't it, Kenza? Having a professional storyteller tell your story in front of thousands of English language teachers. And it was the magic hat, the Jua story of the magic hat. So where she's picking up lots of little, little achievements one by one. So yes, I am very proud.
Yes.
And
Oh.
notice she said she's going through her files. It's a generational thing. If John or I were going through our files, we'd have this big, tall file cabinet, pull it out and literally be going through folder after folder. But she has this little teeny phone and she's going through her files. Oh, the joys of technology.
I did a poetry. I did a guest spot at a poetry reading the other day, and didn't take anything with me but my phone. But
Well done, John.
I just, it was an open mic, so and it was partly because I didn't want to use the same old stuff that I always fall back on. So it was the stuff I could find quickly, the stuff I'm putting up on Facebook at the moment. So Kenza, how are we doing?
Because I have a lot of files and I searched for a story. Then my grandmother sent me when I was sick, and then I searched the story because I remember it, but no, it's
You need
not.
a little nudge, a little reminder.
Mhm.
That's okay, no hurry.
Does everybody know that it's a national holiday in Italy today?
Well, of course, it's your birthday. Of course, it's a national holiday.
Is it for the penguins? Manuela, is it to celebrate Penguin Day? They have a national holiday.
No, it's the liberation.
Oh, liberation. So,
It's always a holiday on my birthday, but it's not because of my birthday.
so liberation, what year?
Of a liberation, not your birthday.
Oh, that's a history question. Kenza, what year? It was Angelo, che anno era la liberazione?
1945, maybe?
44, 40, 40. Wow, Mike, you're good. 10
I'm
out
old.
of 10.
I remember it well.
1945. I thought it was 1945.
Oh, right. I was thinking. I was thinking unification earlier. I was going back to Gary. I was going back to Garibaldi.
No, this is
You were going through
Mussolini liberation.
John was going through his files.
Yeah, I found 19th century Italian history incredibly complicated.
Yeah, the language is only 150 years old, if you think about it.
So how are we doing,
Whoa.
Kenza?
She seems frozen. Mm.
Unfreeze, unfreeze.
What's happened?
Oh, someone give her a jumper.
Are you talking about a sweater?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not a sweater, a jumper.
Your duo language of across the Atlantic is getting really good, I must say. You've been hanging around with too many of us.
I was pointing to a lorry the other day and everybody kept saying, what?
Yeah, yeah. So well, when people I first heard people refer to trucks as semis, I was waiting for the colon to come as the second word.
Yeah, well, my friends are now getting used to me taking the lift instead of the elevator. And I put
Oh.
things in the boot of their car instead of the trunk.
Right, Kenza has just gone off, and I expect she's coming back. She just logged off, so
Coming
she'll
back.
hopefully log on again. And if no one else has joined, I'm going to call it after this story. But
She's,
it-
Manuela, what are those gilded tombs behind you? Are those books?
the blue up at the top, then
The gold.
Right below. The gold.
it's a radiator.
It's a radiator. My mind's going through all these different things. I'm like, is it an organ? Is it a okay?
Yeah, I know it's clear when she moves back, but I was looking at organ pipes. I thought,
Right.
what is Manuela doing with a church organ in her front room?
Well, my partner is a musician, so he'd be pleased that they look like organ. It might have been intentional, actually. I've never asked him why he painted them gold. I thought it was
Well,
just,
they look very good. They're very interesting.
but no,
Yeah.
it's just a plain radiator painted gold, bronze.
Oh. So let's hope the Kenza can get back. We'll keep an eye.
She's texted me a message that she's coming back.
Yeah.
For Manuela.
Yeah,
Repeat.
What country are you in? Are you in Italy or Spain?
I
Italy.
got
But
it.
when you spoke to your partner, I could have sworn you were speaking in Spanish.
No.
Oh.
We have the return of the Kenza.
Yes, I'm sorry, but
No,
in
no,
the
no,
computer
well,
I didn't
we-
charge. So my sister dropped him and then the off
The connection went.
I think it's wonderful that we can all talk to each other, even if it's by carrier pigeon. Please carry on, Kenza.
So I have this story. This story is strange, but it's very funny. So it starts. The story title is Juha and the Poets. So one day, Juha borrowed a pot from his neighbor, and when he returned to him, he brought a small pot with him. So his neighbor asked him, "Why did you bring back a small pot with my pot, Juha?" Juha told him, "Your utensil was born yesterday, a small utensil, and now it's your right." The man was happy and took the pot and went into his house. After a while, Juha went to his neighbor and told him if he asked for another utensil. So his neighbor gave him what he asked for. A long time passed, and Juha didn't return the utensil. So his neighbor came to his house to ask him. So Juha welcomed him crying. So he said the man to him, "Why do I see you crying, Juha?" Juha said to him while crying, "Your pot died yesterday, my friend." His neighbor said to him while angry, "How can a pot die, man?" Then Juha said, "Do you believe that a pot can give birth and you don't believe that it can die?"
Oh, I am so borrowing that. Oh, I'm not muted.
Yeah, no, I think I think that story is going to go around the world, Kenza, because it appeals to both Babasi and my sense of the ludicrous. I love that story. Can we borrow it? I'm asking on Baba C's behalf. Can we use your story?
Kenza, can John and Baba C use your story?
Yes, it's the story is it's about it's tell me from my I left the name from my aunt. Yes,
Oh,
it's
from your
remember
aunt.
it's
So you're collecting
yes.
these from all your relations. Excellent.
Yes.
Well,
I think
fantastic.
it's
Well, we're
stressing
going to
them.
start telling them before they get in the book and everyone else does, because they're so good.
Yes, when I was sick, he told me this story,
Oh,
and
I love it. I love it. Right. Okay. And Baba C,
Yes,
you're not
sir.
allowed to tell that in England, and I promise not to tell it in America.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay. Right.
That was
Well,
brilliant.
it's brilliant. Well, it was worth you going away and coming back with that. What a lovely finished evening. Again, it has been tonight. It hasn't been our young international storytellers. It's been our young international storyteller, our star, our current star, which is the phenomenal Kenza. A big round of applause.
Thank
Emanuela, you carry on having a lovely birthday.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Right. See you all next week. See you all next week. Thank you.
Bye.
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 May
Thank you.
continue.
Bye.
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 Kizaliwa Faraha. Happy birthday in Swahili.
Oh, say that again, Baba C. Say it again.
Kizaliwa ya Faraha.
I
Roughly
know,
that
yeah.
means, I put it in the chat. I put
Yeah,
it in
but
the
I
chat.
know